Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About with Biff, Lucky, and Mr. Fun, the podcast where we will talk about everything. We will talk about anything. Quite frankly, we are going to talk the worst technical difficulties today.
We barely are able to talk to our fans and our listeners. Barely. Yeah. But Biff, thank you so much for your stick-to-itiveness to get us this broadcast going again.
Yeah.
What I should do is I should show everybody the microphones we're not using.
Several times he threatened to quit, and I just ignored him.
Maybe we'll show the board we're not using.
We have $10,000 worth of equipment.
I got another microphone we're not using. It's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I even got little lavalier mics we're not using.
Nice.
This has been wonderful so far. But anyways, it's good to see you guys. I've got Mr. Fun on my left shoulder. You can see his right shoulder.
His shoulder is freezing. It's the cold shoulder I'm giving him.
It's so good. The shoulder has become a star, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's been the star in the last 3 podcasts, I think, is the shoulder.
And sometimes the hand.
The hand, look at you.
All right.
The hand. That's like a Wednesday.
Right.
The show is on, right? Thing. Isn't it Thing?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Lucky's doing, but he's lost his mind.
Yes.
He's
lost a dog. Mind. It's a dog.
No,
yeah, it looks just like one.
It looks like a pony.
It looks like 2 hands.
It looks like 2 hands. Anyways, Rockfish let us in again, which I posted on YouTube the entire Rockfish Chesapeake Time song.
Nice.
Flag for copyright.
Oh, really?
So he had to reach out to ASCAP.
Yeah.
To say that we're okay using it.
Wow.
So it's things you learn. ASCAP.
You know we're big time when they're tracking us.
Yeah, that's right. So
speaking of big time.
Big time.
Did you have anything else to cover before I introduce you?
Are you drinking? Wait a minute. Are we drinking any Scotties?
Yeah, no, we are. By the way, and this looks like it's really big if I put it like this.
Yes.
This is a Scotty's mini bottle, but we are drinking Scotty's. Mr. Fun and I had a Scotty's pineapple juice with a splash of soda. It's quite good.
Yeah, what are you going to call it, Lucky? Pineapple Scotty's?
Pineapple Scotty Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. I call that a Pineapple Express. I have on 136 podcasts, I have a strange feeling we have used that name, but whatever.
We can use it drinking again. But did you Scotty's new tagline, smooth where it matters, straightforward where it counts, which we were trying to dissect what that really means, but I don't know. It sounds
there's many double entendres.
Double
entendres. It's like having good genes.
Yeah.
I believe we
talked about. Where's JK?
JK, strange you should ask that.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo of him, Mount Shasta? Beautiful. No. Mount Shasta, one of the volcanoes. Right on the West Coast,
I do not know
like Mount St. Helens, Mount Hood. Those are all old volcanoes. And Mount Shasta is the most southern and largest one, I believe.
Does it erupt?
Northern California, not in a long time.
Okay,
good. But he's in Yuba City, California, known at one point as one of the worst cities in the United States.
Wow,
it's just kind of not a good quality of life. It's in Northern California. It's just sort of there. I think that would be the best to describe it. Grants Pass, Oregon, which is near. Or on his way to Bandon Dunes, who he's playing golf with one of our fraternity brothers, Dan M.
Oh, fun.
Formerly of Bethesda, now of Bend, Oregon.
One of the greatest nicknames, Danimal.
Danimal,
because he was an animal.
Yeah, that's right. So that's where he was. And I'm jealous that he's at Bandon Dunes, which was also the home of the U.S. Women's Amateur today. Speaking of which, I caddied today.
Nice.
For Kevin P.
Former guest.
Club championship. Kevin P. of Shore Watch Management, as I have it on my chest here. He fought valiantly, lost with 3 holes to go.
Okay, for those of us who don't play golf again.
Okay.
How many people were in the championship? It's only 2 guys?
Well, you get to the final. So they started with a round, I think there were about 11 golfers tried. Okay. That was you had to do stroke play. So whatever your score was, and the top ones the top 7 plus last year's champion moved forward. So there were 8.
Okay.
Then they had they had quarterfinals yesterday morning. And then semifinals yesterday afternoon. It's a knockout, so it's a bracket. And then he made it to the finals today.
Awesome.
So he played 54 holes of golf.
Wow.
Over 2 days, and I caddied for him today because he walked the entire time, which it's 6 miles a loop.
Oh wow!
So and he played quite well. I'm proud of Kevin. Unfortunately, fell a little short. Guy who won was a really good player as well, so it was fun to watch. So
that's awesome.
I was warming up. I played golf 2 days ago, and I was warming up on the range next to the I think it was the 2022 U.S. Amateur Champion.
Oh, good. Yeah, him or her?
Him.
Okay, that's wonderful. Good for you for doing.
Well, I need to point out that this introduction has been a bit long for me because I'm so excited.
Because of Get Lucky, which was introduced last week, and Mr. Fun did his jokes on Get Lucky.
Yeah.
And the whole point was to make, ostensibly to make Lucky laugh or to make the other host laugh. In my case, it was me last week. I took it this week to write the jokes, and these are all original.
Nice.
Jokes.
This is a spin. This is our spin on, of course,
Kill Tony.
Kill Tony. Kill Tony. What a great show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But the whole premise is he brings comedians on. They have a 1-minute set. In their case, they get a little joke book if they stink. They get a big joke book if they're good. And if they're amazing, they get a golden ticket. Once you have a golden ticket, you can actually come and perform on the show anytime you want.
Okay, but we don't have golden.
We don't have a golden ticket,
but we
don't have joke books.
Yeah, but we have little bottles of Scotty.
Yeah.
Right. We have talked about this, and the big ones are over Lucky's shoulder.
Yeah.
And you earned a large bottle last week.
Yeah.
And I haven't quite gotten to the point where I've earned anything.
And we decided the large bottle is an invite to do it again.
Okay.
So keep that in mind, Lucky. You and I are the judges, but you are we're gonna weigh on you. If Biff makes you laugh, we're gonna laugh loud. We're going to give him the big bottle.
Okay. Yeah, so like you, though, I have some dad-ish jokes.
Okay.
And then I get progressively, I don't know what you'd say, riskier.
Okay. One thing for Lucky, because I don't know if he knows the show. After he presents his minute, we interview him.
I was here last week. I know the show.
All right.
All right.
Well, first of all, he always goes, Tony Henchcliffe always goes, who's ready for the best fucking night of their life? Scream, Lucky.
I am!
All right, good.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, in his Get Lucky debut, this amateur comedian, who we all know as Biff, will get his first minute ever in Get Lucky. Go ahead.
Original jokes. Okay.
All right.
What do you say about a ripe pumpkin that is blessed with a higher power? Good Gord Almighty. That's pretty good.
It made me laugh.
Okay. The other day, I came across a blind man who was putting little bumps in the middle of the street. Apparently, he'd been working on the railroad. Okay. At the park, that one makes me laugh.
Yeah.
At the park, I saw a squirrel that was running around like a lunatic after he ate something off the ground. It was nuts. Okay. Jesus' mom used to work on a road crew. She was the person that directed you to go around the area being worked on. Her friends nicknamed her Diversion Mary.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. There was a shark in the Home Depot the other day. He was a hammerhead. During a lovemaking session with a mermaid that had big boobs, Kevin P. almost drowned. He blamed it on the heavy seas. I thought I got a good box. Okay. To change things up in the bedroom with Mr. Fun, one night he found Mrs. Fun laying naked between two sawhorses with a sign that read, "Drill me hard." I guess she was bored.
Okay.
Okay.
I get the
legend has it. The guy that invented the sperm bank hadn't had a blowjob in 12 years. That's hard to swallow.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow. Give it up for Biff.
I have one more, but it's a long one. I get this one.
Should we let him have it? Go
100%.
ahead.
Diversion Mary. That was a great joke.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Okay. The last. Okay. This is the last one. So this one was a little more complicated. One of our friends had a brother named Ray that changed sex and is now a girl named Dee, who then became a prostitute. You can now call her a trans sister, Ray D Ho.
I might have to see it again.
Yeah.
180 plus.
No lie. It takes a lot of courage to do that. Biff, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you aspire to tell jokes?
I have written jokes before. I will say that.
Okay.
I have written jokes for work things, so I can write jokes. I'm an okay writer.
Okay.
As I think I said before.
Okay.
But I like to write jokes.
He likes to write jokes.
I do. I like to just have a topic and I figure out the subject. I was dying to do one about robbing a sperm bank and I couldn't think of the punchline.
Huh.
And that's where I came up. Or the guy delivering the sperm bank. Sperm runs into a truckload of Volvos. And there were things there I was trying to get to, and I couldn't just get to the joke. But
right.
I like the puzzle part of writing the joke.
Yeah.
So I can write you some jokes, Mr.
Well, when you go to a sperm bank, you always like to thank people for coming.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Hey, Luck, what did you think? What did you think of Biff and his?
I thought the jokes were definitely the first few just were a little dry. Right. But the middle jokes were, you definitely ended on it.
You encourage him to come back. Are we giving him the big bottle today? Big bottle,
100%.
100%.
All right.
Congratulations.
My work is done here.
And
I did make you guys laugh.
You did.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah. And Lucky, does this inspire you to do a minute next week?
I'll have to think about it. Maybe.
What?
All right.
Otherwise,
maybe you and me, Mr.
We're looking for a guest, and if we don't have a guest, we'll have Lucky. We'll have Lucky, or I'll come back. I'll come back if we don't have a guest. Okay. That was great. What's next?
All right. Well, we're at the news portion of the podcast.
Do you call it this is news, or is it just stuff that comes in and out my ears and eyes?
I say news to give it a little bit more credibility than maybe it otherwise would have, but that's all right.
Okay. So you guys remember we did the app and like how hot are we kind of thing, like ask ChatGPT, how hot. So there's a new app out there now that is getting a lot of traction, super popular. It's called the Faceage app. You can download it, but it's an app that Harvard basically developed, and it uses it takes photos of your face to determine your biological age. So there's like some AI assisted algorithms, and basically they basically, can you upload a picture and it'll basically say, hey, you're, what your age is. So I uploaded a picture of me. I'm 56. I just turned 56 a couple of weeks ago. It basically says I look like I'm 51. So nice. I would highly encourage people to download it and check it out. But it's the beginning of this app because they're going to start using it to make inferences about how patients are doing. So doctors are going to start using it, and scientists hope it could one day help physicians diagnose diseases earlier and treat patients better just by the look of their picture.
Can you do it for us?
You guys can do it. Download the app and upload a picture.
What if it says deceased next to mine?
Then you're in trouble. So it's called the Face.
Wait, did you? Wait, all seriousness, did you think you were 5 years younger than your age? Were you hopeful that you would have been?
That I have a hard time gauging. I think I look. I mean, if I were to say, do I look older or younger? I would probably say I look younger. But did I think I look 5 years younger? I don't know. But the app thinks I do. I do.
Okay.
So, I'm curious. You guys download the app and try it this week, and we can report.
What's it called again?
Faceage app.
Hey, Biff, did you hear before Lucky got married, he was hanging out in a bar, and this very attractive, about 60-year-old woman sits next to him, and they were drinking, and Lucky started flirting a little bit. She was flirting back, and she said, "Hey, have you ever done a sportsman double?" And Lucky was like, "I'm not familiar with sportsman double." And he's like, "Well, that's when you sleep with a mother and her daughter." And Lucky was like, I mean, she's good looking, so I assume her daughter's good looking. He started wondering about it. They were drinking more. So at the end of the night, she goes, "You want to come home and try out that sportsman double?" So he's like, "Yeah." So they go home and they get into the apartment, and the girl knocks on the door and she says, "Are you sleeping?" And suddenly the 85-year-old mom came out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So am I missing something on the name, the sportsman double?
Nope. It's just called that. I never knew what it was called. That's what it's called. When you do a mom and her daughter, it's a sportsman double. Oh, wow. I'd have to dive into why.
Okay. It makes no sense.
I read it. I read it in a book.
I'm going to start
Speaking of females, this week, there was the first female Major League Baseball umpire. Jen Paul, she was the first base umpire in yesterday's game and Saturday's game between the Marlins and Atlanta Braves, which I thought was really cool. Now it's interesting. So it took Major League Baseball that long to have a female umpire. She's been umpiring 30 years, 1,200 games, and she finally makes it to the major leagues. Okay. the NBA 28 years ago had its first female referee. NFL has had female referees for 10 years, and men's soccer World Cup is 3 years into having female referees. But why? What about baseball? Why do you think it took so long to have a female referee umpire?
Does she hate foul balls?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good one.
She hates fielding them. She hates touching foul balls.
So let me. You guys are baseball aficionados. You said she's first base umpire, right?
Yeah.
Now, do umpires they rotate or do they stick with the same position?
Yep.
So she is going to go to second base or mid or short, shortstop. Is that the plan, or she's only going to be?
She will eventually make it behind the plate.
You'll make it behind the
Sunday.
plate.
So she will be behind the plate calling balls and strikes in Sunday's game.
It is surprising because, in a sense, I'm going to say this: the baseball umpires are probably the least athletic of all the officiants, right? Because they don't run, right? If you think about the other games, right?
They don't need to be.
I mean, they jog down the line
to get to their position.
Yeah,
but they don't run. So why you've got to think that speed's not paramount.
Yeah,
you're just basically standing there, and you have
positioning.
Right,
like in football, in basketball, you need to run up and down. You need to be athletic.
Right. Well, she's major league, so she's in front of thousands of people, right?
Yes.
Is she embarrassed when she goes past second base?
Yeah. Okay, but Biff, to your point about being athletic, NHL has never had a female referee, so they're the next major sport to basically break the barrier down.
Yeah, I think the difference on the NHL is the fighting is integral to the sport. And I think not integral, but it's surely a part of the sport. And I don't think you can have a female in there.
But in NFL, you see them breaking up.
Yeah, but that's a different. That's far less frequent. I would suggest that's got to be part of it. It's just because you can't get in there and some guy's throwing haymakers. And you've got to get in between the two.
Are there female boxing referees?
I
don't know about that. But look, I think it's fine that she's won. I can't imagine it caused much controversy. I'm sure there's some old school people that worried about it. But
okay, so let's turn this around. What is it? Where is there a barrier for a male participant that hasn't been broken down? Because we always recognize these. A lot of times these female milestones, which this one is a big one, but where in the social lexicon is it that there's a male barrier and we're waiting for the first male to be something?
I can't think of one. Definitely not in a sporting context. I don't,
or even in professions. Now that I think about it, being doctors and stuff, it was males first.
Yeah. It'd be hard to think of one in the female side.
Oh, I know what it is. Nuns. I don't know any male nuns. Sorry, you asked.
Transgender, none, maybe.
You think?
So, but the larger issue with baseball is when are they going to get rid of the strike, go electronic strike zone? When is it?
They sample that every spring training. I think every year with more and more, because there is intricate statistics kept every game. You can look at every game and see how many balls and strikes that the umpire missed, and in what importance of the game, what influence it had on the game. Like, bottom of the ninth inning, the umpire missed two major calls. So I really think at some point they're going to have more technology into baseball.
They have to. I mean, Wimbledon just went to the Cyclops for tennis, right? They got rid of their lines people for balls that are going 140 miles an hour or whatever are. Now, going back to the first base umpire, what do they really do at the end of the day? Because every call is reviewed. Is it not?
Not every call.
It's not every call.
Like if you can't challenge if you've already challenged. Like there's rules like that. In the
beginning of the game, you have to challenge calls. Okay. But at certain points of the game, they're automatically a review.
Gotcha.
So, but they also have to call, foul balls down the line. Like if there's a first base umpire, they own the right field line as well. So.
Right.
Hey, do you guys know what it's called when your gums get irritated from oral sex with redheads? Gingeritis.
What?
That sounds pretty gross.
No, okay, but let's just.
I put that together myself.
Thank goodness. And let's just
Ginger's redhead.
And what did that have to do with our discussion we were just having?
We were talking about female umpires. I was picturing a redhead.
Okay. Speaking of fish, the White Marlin Open, the Super Bowl of fishing, is we're basically in the last day of the event. So some interesting facets of this year's White Marlin Open. We talked about this. It's the major billfish, probably the biggest billfish tournament in the world. $7.3 million estimated in prize money. 282 boats are participating this year. For the first time, they added 2 days on, and they did this at the beginning of the tournament. They added 2 days on because of bad weather. So it went from Monday. It usually goes from Monday to Friday, and boats fish 3 days. They added 2 more days. So boats still fished 3 days, but they had 7 days to do it. So they picked the days. But the 72-pound White Marlin Open, as we do the podcast, was registering a $3 million prize.
3.9 million.
3.9 million. Yep. And the blue marlin, there was a 929-pound blue marlin that's registering 1.2 million in prize money. It's the top 5 biggest blue marlin caught in the history of this tournament. And to see the fish, it looks like a dinosaur. It is so big and so old. What's that?
Yeah. No, I'm saying, it's so old and big. Yeah. And I did you know you could eat blue marlin? I was like, what do they do with this fish? I didn't know you could eat marlin.
You can eat anything.
But it's like swordfish. It's like swordfish. Yeah. So interestingly, to Lucky's point. So, and I'm just looking at the stats now, and it's Sunday night. I believe that all the boats are in. There were 280 boats that went out today. The top prize, to your point, was a 72-pound white marlin. It's a much rarer fish. That's why it's worth more in a sense. Second place was Michael Jordan's boat.
Yeah,
that's 23, which was 71 pounds. The interesting thing is that first prize got 3.9 million. Second prize in the White Marlin got 384,000. I'm not saying 384,000 isn't a lot of money, but only a pound off. And so I sent it to our White Marlin correspondent Andy M from Potomac to understand it. And it has to do how you spread your bets, right? My guess is the one that got the 3.9 million put all their money in to catching a White Marlin. If they didn't get it, they probably bet $100,000. Mm-hmm. If they didn't get it, they weren't getting any money.
In any of the categories. Right. In any of the other categories.
Michael Jordan's boat, if I understood it, probably put it across different categories. Tuna, blue marlin, white marlin. And that's why their payout, even for being a pound off, wasn't over $1 million for what is effectively one of the top 2 fishes caught, which is interesting. So that it's just all side bets.
Now, wait, how much did it weigh?
71 pounds.
And then but the tuna they catch in the same tournament are enormous, right?
Yeah, so the tuna
188 pounds.
How much?
188-pound tuna.
Yeah, and that was worth $760,000.
Oh wait, what am I thinking of? That weighs like 500 pounds.
No, the blue marlin. We just talked about it.
The blue marlin was how much?
929.
Oh, forgive me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You guys did say that.
Oh, thank goodness you were paying attention.
Yeah, I was in a competition once.
Yeah.
I used to race snails competitively, and one of my snails was looking slow, so I took its shell off, and then it really looked sluggish.
Sluggish.
Yeah,
sluggish. Okay. I got it.
Come on,
you're good.
Give it up.
You're very good.
Okay. So, did you know today, Sunday, August 10th, is World Lion Day?
Okay.
LION.
The lions, rawr,
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But, I was so afraid.
Yeah, I was too. I knew you would be. I wasn't really afraid. I saw Biff though. Biff grabbed me under the table.
Okay, a lot of controversy this week in social media. There's a zoo in Denmark that was asking people to donate their aging, ill small pets as food to feed the lions and the other polar bears, tigers, all the carnivores in the zoo.
Why? They don't have food?
Well, they're trying to recreate in the best they can the food groups, I guess, that a wild animal would, so
would
they don't
chase after. It was to hunt the prey, right? In a sense, in some respects, right? Is to get that animal in there, and then
You think Harvey could outrun a lion? I don't know.
So but the thing is, they gently euthanize the animals.
They kill it first.
They kill it first.
Yes.
Well, that's hardly.
And then they use that to symbolically represent the hunting.
But the thing is, they don't have guinea pigs and rabbits and chickens typically to feed to these animals at this zoo. So they went on Facebook and basically said, hey, you got any ailing chickens? And so no, people got pissed. They're like, no, we're not giving you our still breathing animals to feed to your inhabitants of your zoo. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back, if you want to. I'm sorry for the pun, but the website asked if anyone was interested in donating a horse, which would be delivered to the zoo alive before it was euthanized and then slaughtered. Like, who's giving up their beloved, horse to feed to these animals? It's crazy. So this is zoo in Denmark. What's that?
If you think he's telling the truth, or is he
lying?
So Mr. Fun,
yeah.
Would you send Reggie and Judge?
Yeah. No, of course not.
Jeez.
Of course not.
No,
of course not.
I don't think anybody would.
Yeah. I had a pet cow that was coffee colored that gave birth. It became decaffeinated once it gave birth. Decaffeinated? No.
Okay.
Man, it's a tough crowd today.
That's it.
I gave up all my joke laughing when Biff did his part.
I know. See, wow. See, I think diversion Mary. Should we?
What about this? This isn't really a joke, but I had this thought that if they tell me like I have like 5 hours to live, I'm going to swallow a bag of unpopped popcorn and then ask to be cremated.
No, but why couldn't you just swallow the popcorn kernels?
That's what I'm saying. What did I say? Did I say that?
Oh, a bag of unpopped popcorn. I thought you were like a Jiffy Pop.
No, I'm going to eat all the kernels.
You're going to eat all the kernels?
And then I'm going to say, please cremate me. And then I'll be like, pop, 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 pop.
Now, I bet you all of our there's a lot of listeners there. Somebody's going to put that in their will. Before I want to be fed a bunch of kernels just to see what would happen.
I also am going to get a parrot. And did I tell you this? I'm going to train him to say, hey, it's right. A witch turned me into a parrot. That's what it's going to say after I die. So that
a witch? Why would
I don't know? Whatever. Somebody put a spell on me, and now I'm a parrot just to fuck with people.
So do you? The ocean, because they like you were saying, they extended the white marlin because there was a hurricane or something off in the central Atlantic, so they did that. Ocean waves were large yesterday.
Yeah,
down here in Delaware and presumably in Ocean City as well. Do you get to a point now where you won't go into the ocean if the waves are too big?
I haven't been in the ocean in a couple of years.
Really?
I hate to admit it because I like it. I don't know why. I don't know.
What about you, Luck?
I was at the beach Monday through Wednesday, and the water was rough. And I'll go up to my knees, but that's about as far as I'll go with that rough water.
You wouldn't go. You wouldn't go on a raft or anything like that.
No,
or did you go? No, nothing.
No. I mean, the lifeguard was routinely telling people you're too far out, and they really weren't. They were barely up to their, not to their shoulders, but maybe chest high.
Yeah, it's interesting that one, you surely this would probably even true in your 20s and 30s, right? As you start to have more responsibility, whether you're married, you have kids or stuff like that, you do think about, you go in the water, you're like, maybe I don't want to be so stupid.
Or you're just dumbasses. My buddy who is in Hawaii took pictures or little clips, films of people who, when they had the tsunami warning, who were out there surfing.
Yeah.
And he was like, these are the biggest idiots I've ever seen. So now they probably did great. They got some great waves and they survived what was potentially a tsunami. None came, but still.
Well, to your point, so I was hanging out with our friend Saad S. of Annapolis. And his daughter was out on a raft. I think it was Tuesday of this week, and she could not get in. And the lifeguards came. Saad took his shirt off. I don't know what he was going to do. And Saad's wife made it to the shore, and they're all looking at her. And this the other dude was in the water. He was going to go get her, but it was dangerous. And
let me make sure I understand. So Saad was on the beach, but he took his shirt off in an attempt to inspire her.
No, took his shirt off because he was just saying, "Hey, I'm the dad.
Then he didn't go in.
Save my daughter."
Then he didn't go in.
He just went like this and took his shirt off.
He didn't get wet.
Nice.
It's a move.
Yeah,
I can picture you doing that, Mr. Fun.
Yeah. It's it's gonna take me a lot to get my shirt off. She'd have to be way out there. I'm going in with my shirt.
How are the new regulations, Lucky, in Ocean City on the tents or whatever? You're supposed to be
I don't really notice it too much. I mean, there's been some warnings. I think the lifeguards show up in the morning, and if people have big tents set up, they do have the ability to warn. But I haven't seen any news about it. I don't think it's been a big deal this year. So, I mean,
all right, Mr. Fun, we are here.
It can't be.
It can be
already.
I wish I make sure I write out dirty joke real quick so you can just recover.
Can I clarify something real quick?
What's that?
We just talked about. Okay, so I asked ChatGPT if someone swallowed corn kernels and were cremated, what would happen? And the short answer is nothing dramatic. The kernels would be burned and carbonized during cremation and wouldn't survive as whole usable corn. You would not get popcorn as a result of it.
Oh.
So just
way to ruin a pretty good joke.
Speaking of which, so I'm going to show you something.
Biff just left the recording studio.
I did. I'm going to come back to it.
And he's coming back now.
So this is
left the keys to the castle, Todd.
I am getting closer, and the reason I do it because I actually had this is a ChatGPT cover of my book. Right?
Oh.
The ChatGPT did this, but this is the whole book. It's not insignificant in terms of I have written, but I can do this.
Wow! Did you hear?
Make a thump here.
Did you hear about the ear of corn who joined the army? He got to the rank of colonel.
Yeah,
that
was you could have telegraphed.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's the status of your book? When are we going to be able to?
I copyrighted it. It's copyrighted with the government. I'm trying to get to the point where I can figure out how to publish the damn thing.
With the government.
You have to copyright these things, right?
Wow,
Mr. Fun.
Hey, is risque? Does it have to be like about sex, or can it just be like rude? Because this is the rudest joke I've told in a while. No. Insensitive. What's the fastest animal on Earth, Lucky?
Oh yeah, I just saw
jaguar.
A chicken. So insensitive. I'm sorry, because they're hungry. All right. So, did you hear about the female superheroes who previously had gender transition surgery? They were X-Men. Get it? They used to be men.
Yes.
Gosh,
got it.
It's a rough day for. It's a rough day for Mr. Fun.
Yes, it was good. They were very good. So, Lucky, how did they get a hold of us to comment on things I have told joke-wise this week?
I'm afraid to be approached by the two jokes that Mr. Fun just said, but if you have some feedback,
I may edit those out.
No, they're good.
Okay, all right.
If you see us,
I stand by them.
Give us feedback. But if you want some anonymity or you need a longer runway to say what's on your mind, you can always send us an email at talkabout2023@gmail.com.
Excellent.
All right.
So, and we want them on YouTube and podcast platforms to subscribe, please. Again, we continue to have success on posting things on short videos online. They get quite a few viewers. I can't remember at this point what I posted, but there was some ear jokes from last week. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Actually, I posted your entire minute.
Nice. We should do yours.
I can do my minute, I suppose.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Although I think shorter is better, so maybe I'll edit some of them out, but we'll figure that out. Again, but like and subscribe to all those things because we really do have a good time doing it. Drink more Scotty's vodka, please. Listen to more Rockfish in the Rivermen. Their concert schedule, which I posted last week. I'll just cut and paste it and put it back in there for those in the northern neck of Virginia area.
And look out for, if you're going to a WNBA game, look out for flying dildos. More of them are flying this week.
I was just going to say, can we get an update on that next week, Lucky? Can we talk about how many? Was the latest a green one like the other two?
More dildos, yep.
I'm fascinated by the color scheme of these dildos. I don't know why. They're like alien dildos.
Really?
Yeah.
Of the things to think about.
Anyway.
A lot going on in the world. That's what we're
good to be with you guys.
Good. Anything else, Mr. Fun? That was it? Leave it at dildos?
Leave it at the dildos. I'm looking for an update next week. And thank you guys for putting up with the delay. And Biff showed real strength today, both in his performance, giving us 1 minute, and the fact that he didn't get totally girly on me and quit the podcast after throwing stuff around.
His 1 minute performance. What are you Mrs. Biff over there?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, look
that's
at you.
Good.
See, You got to start
writing. A little primer.
There you go. Excellent. Good seeing you guys. Again, I hope to do it in person with the three of us together,
very soon.
But we would like to do that, but it's been a lot of fun. Till we do it again, let me just say goodbye.
Nice.
Right. Do we want to do
all of that work for those 34 minutes? That's like, we're dedicated podcasters.
Yeah, don't give it. Yeah, and I get to spend another 2 hours later tonight editing all this crap. Do you want to do that as the outro?
That is the outro.
That is the outro.
Wait, can you edit in? How about an outro, guys?
No, I'm just good. We're just good. This is an outro.
Right now?
Right now.
Are we speaking?
Yes, we are speaking.
Oh! Hi, everybody.
This is what we're doing.
And goodbye, because the outro is where I would like to say, if I may.
You may.
Thank you so much for listening.
Okay.
We look forward to bringing you laughter, fun, and joy next week.
Yeah.
And we never, ever say
goodbye. Yeah, he did that pretty well, don't you think?
He's been practicing.
All right, well, enjoy the rest of their Rockfish song as we play it out. See you guys.